Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. I apologize for the delay in the episodes. There has been a few things that have been kind of important in real life that I had to attend to, so yeah. But we're back now, and I've done a couple of things. One of the primary things I've done is that I've mapped out the star systems. That took some time. I probably should have waited with that until after I had gotten green science, but I kind of needed to do so because I had that hydrogen issue in the last episode, and that is now fixed by far, as I'm now mining 2 more gas giants. So, not counting the fractionators, I have a total of 39,350 hydrogen available because I am producing 50,550, and that's not counting the well, the fractionators is irrelevant actually because that is for the deuterium. So that is from those gas giants. And I haven't factored in the numbers from the oil refineries, although my 2 lines of 60 oil refineries are only producing 1800 hydrogen, and I am not doing any X-ray cracking. I would rather avoid that if I can, although it is a very good source of energetic graphite. But as things stand currently, I have 7,200 energetic graphite being produced from coal, and it's not like I lack coal since I'm producing 21,840 of it, whereas 14,640 of that is available in the system. So even if I should deplete a couple of nodes, I think I'm kind of good when it comes to energetic graphite for the time being. One thing that I might need more of, or not just might, I know I will need more of it, is deuterium. I am mining, producing 3,630 of it. That does not account for what I'm getting out of the fractionators, which I estimated to be around 1,750 to 1,800. I could probably optimize that a little bit if I just did what am I looking for? Reduce the loops, because my fractionator loops, I don't even know where that is. Let's use the map. My fractionator loops are at, there we are, 20 fractionators in each loop, so I have a total of 160 fractionators. Oh, and yeah, thank you, Malarian. Malarian gave me this very good way of making sure that the fractionators are actually always working. I might be a bit late to the party on these things because others have probably already given these tips, but I noticed that one of my fractionator loops was standing still, even though I lacked deuterium. Where is that? There we are. So basically what Malarian told me, which helped quite a bit, is to put a sorter at the beginning of the loop, where we have the input from the loop going into one opening. I think this is the input. No, this is the input. So the loop is going like this. And then prioritize the loop input, because then the hydrogen on the belt will always be spinning on in the loop. And then have another input coming from tower, chest, whatever, production line. And have that non-prioritized. And that way the fractionators will not stop up because the belts fill up with hydrogen. Now it's stopped because this belt, the deuterium, is full. So there is a couple of other things that I've done. I've set up 80 orbital collectors on gas giants. And thank you very much to all of you who have helped me with the calculations for the gas giant production. There is a very complicated mathematical formula, at least for me that was complicated. For people who understand math well, it is probably not complicated. but at least now I understand what a gas giant produces. For those of you who are interested in that, please let me know. I could always provide the formula, and I can potentially make a tutorial on it if that is something that you guys need. It's basically up to that point I was just plonking down orbital collectors and thought I had enough. I did not. But I don't know how many people will build factories like this, so there is that to put into consideration. One thing that I did do, you will remember my spider tower here. I call it a spider tower because it had outputs on both sides, which had 4 production lines of Casimir crystal. Now it's not a problem because it's full, but it was a major problem because this tower had to produce or supply 7,200 hydrogen per minute, and that just wasn't possible. The tower is not capable of doing that. It might be capable of doing it if it had been locally produced, the hydrogen, with enough drones. Why does this tower not have drones? But even then, I think it's not going to be feasible. So I split this thing up. I have one tower responsible for 2 production lines. 3,600 hydrogen is more tenable for a tower to procure per minute. And the final 2 assemblers in each line will produce slightly slower than the others because the sorters are taking many hydrogen into each of the machines at once due to the technology that I have with sorter cargo stacking at maximum. So it'll take 6 items at a time, which doesn't help. So this is another tower that I built for that purpose, and no, this is the old. No, this is the new tower I built. So yeah, that's just how I had to do it. Now, it doesn't work for Casimir crystal. The spider tower idea, I kind of like it. Like here, it works here because each side of the tower produce or demand different products. I think. No, it doesn't. So this is also not the best idea for a tower. Let me show you a tower that actually works as a spider tower, which I am very confident that will not run into any kind of issue as a spider tower. Do I have one on this side of the planet? Yeah, here we go. This spider tower will not have a problem because one side is taking in stone, as in it's requesting the stone and sending that out on that side, and it takes in the glass and supplies that to the world. The other side takes the other here, the iron ore, and it produces iron ingots in that line. So this setup works. The tower will not struggle with supplying both sides in this configuration. Anyhow, I really want to get started on the green science in this episode. I really want to get green science because I am so tired of not having green science now. So let's head on over to an area where we can produce the quantum chips that we need for that. This is not going to be enough room. How many items do I need for a quantum chip assembler? I need processors and plane filters, which means I can make a production line like that, the solar sails here. I think I have to move this. This spider tower is also not ideal since it's taking... yeah, you can see what's happened here. Why is it on local demand? It's supposed to be on remote demand. Thank you. But I'm thinking that I'm going to have to move this line. Definitely this line, because this is in the way. And there are space for these smelting lines elsewhere. But this looks like a good spot. Yep, let's build it here. There should be sufficient space. Yep. Perfect. This is perfect. So, let's put down a logistics tower. It's going to be skewed. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to have 2 belts here. 1, 2, 3. 1 belt here. 1, 2, 3. 2 belts here. 1, 2, 3. 1 belt here. 1, 2, 3. 1 belt. 2 belt here. Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. That's actually not a problem at all. I might be able to fit some chemical plants or something in there. Okay, so we're gonna build it here. Tower, please. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's fine. I'll build the tower. No, I don't want to build it so that it's directly there. There, I'll build the tower there. Let's remember to put in the things we need. This tower is going to request processors, and it's going to request particle broadband. No, it's going to request plane filters. And it's also going to accept quantum chips. And we need warpers. That is important. Set that to 100. Ah, come on, thank you. Remote storage, local demand. I'm not going to demand these things in just yet. Or I am, actually. This is going to be remote storage. And I definitely don't need 10,000. I should be sufficient with 2,400 of each. Because this production line can go up to... Oh boy, okay. Well done. This production line can go to... How many? 300 times 30? No. 300 divided by 30 times 1800. That is not correct. Is it 180? Each? I really hope they add borderless windowed mode. 1800 divided by 20. Okay, so I can have 90 of these in a production line. That's fairly substantial. Yeah, that'll produce 900 quantum chips. Not sure we're gonna need that. That sounds like a lot. But 2,400 should suffice for this stage. I would have to increase it to, let's see, 600, 1,200. I will have to increase it to 4,800, I think. We will not limit the quantum chips, however. So... Oh, I wanted to demand them. This is a remote demand, because we produce... No, it is not a remote demand, it is a local demand. Demand, not supply. So, we're going to have processors and plane filters going here. And then quantum chips coming back here. Same procedure here. And here. Here. And then finally here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to place 30 on this line. That's too close. So it should be there, 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 and there. And we need assemblers. So we'll place down one of those, and we'll set that to produce the quantum chip. And we need to copy that. So we'll put down one there, and one there. And this one brings the product back, so that can go down there. Ah. But the game does that. I wish it didn't do that. It's kind of obvious that my belt is not going to be related to a power pole. I don't really understand why it does that. And again, early access, it's probably just something that's a temporary thing as the devs continue to polish the game. Green science is going to be such a relief. Okay, let's make sure that the belts are placed down. I should have some stories that I can tell you when we're waiting for things like this. Probably be so much easier. There we go. Now we want to do this, and then output on the belt. Yep. And then here we're going to do this, and like that. And this one can output to the middle, and this one can output to the middle. And then here we do a mirror of the other side and output to the belt. It's very easy when they're this close to drag it over to the other facility. So this is 4. Let me just place that. Is there room for a power pole in there? Good. So 8, and 12, and 16, and then 20, 24, 28, and then 2 more here, and we should be at 30. That copy-paste, copy-paste with inserters mod is just so nice. As a matter of fact, if it weren't for that mod, I probably wouldn't be able to play the game anymore. Remove the belts, because I don't want products to end up going where it shouldn't. And there we go. I think that's going to be able to grab up from belt. We'll see. It'll give us that nice little blinking red thing if it doesn't. There we go. Not there. There. And let's just put down there, because this line is going to be extended in the future, which is why I'm going to leave the belts here. Yep, it's going to be able to pick up. That's good. So now we can let the products loose into the world. And boom, we are now producing 300 quantum chips per minute in this little assembly line here. How's the power situation? 136. Yeah, I did modify my solar sail things. As you can see, I now have 100,000 of them, and I also have EM rail ejectors on planet number 4. I'm not going to build any on the starting planet, because when the gas giant puts us in eclipse, that's just going to be annoying. But what I did was that I moved them down slightly. Instead of having them up here, they are now down here, and I suspect that the better precision for them would have been here, but yeah, I can't do everything perfect on this planet unless I want to create a heck of a lot of work for me, because this is large. There's a lot of things that I would have to move here to get it all the way down there. Well, I could supposedly get it down here. The problem, though, is on the other side of the planet. Because here I've done these things like this, and I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have. If this line here was free, which it isn't, as you can see. I might have been able to put them here, but I have several things here. And I'm not about to move all these things. It's just not happening. It's way too much work, and it's gonna take me way too long. Well, maybe when we're waiting for the Dyson Sphere. Who knows? Let's go back to so many solar sails. The light is intense, and it looks so beautiful. Let's go back to the home world, just probably hiding behind the solar sails. No, it's down there. Do I have everything I need currently, I wonder? Let's find out. We're going over there. And I need to check the spreadsheet. Yes, I have everything I need. I am producing enough graviton lenses, and I am producing enough quantum chips for my little project here. Did I set up a manufacturing of matrix labs? Yes, I did. Huzzah. That's... okay, well, 20... 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. And yes, that is the amount of matrix slabs I'm going to put up. Let's head on over to the science area. There's not much I can do there. So we're going to have to build a station over there. I don't want it to be too close either. So let's see here. Let's start there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know why I'm counting. I can just look at the number. Power here. Can I place power poles in between? Oh, that is brilliant. I could have used the satellite substations, I suppose, but... yeah. Let's do that. So that I don't have to do that with everything. Did it copy that? Yes, it did. This looks very close. Yeah, there's no way I can fit power poles in between there. That is too close. That's better. That's 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Ah, that is a lot. Too close to another logistics station. Okay, let's do this one more time then. I have to tear down everything. I wish I could just tear down the one at the bottom. Sadly, I cannot. So what we'll do instead then is we'll find the middle here, and we'll take a belt, drag it that way. And we'll do the research stations differently. That was too close, so... like that. Set that to green. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Much better. That should massively improve my plan. And we can put the tower there, I think. I don't want it to be too close because it looks silly when you get at when the matrix labs clip with the tower, which they can. I don't think I'm building the right number here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That looks better. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And of course now I have to do all of the sorters manually, because I completely forgot about that. That's fine. So that's 120 matrix labs, which are going to produce green science cubes for us. Let's do this, and then this. And this one we can just put directly into the tower. And then this. And this. There we go. Now we are going to require graviton lenses and quantum chips. Only 300 per minute, so that shouldn't be too bad. Let's set this to 1200. And yeah, we needed to accept cubes. I don't know if I need warpers in this one, but I'm going to put it in there anyways in case I need it. Note that I'm not producing 200 green science cubes, I'm producing 300, and the reason for that is because of the alternate recipe for warpers, where you can use the green science cubes instead of the graviton lenses, and it is a way more efficient. So I'm going to be using that instead of the recipe I am using now. And then we want this to go there, and this to go there. That is one too long, actually. And we have to do this the old-fashioned way, so let's just do that as well. One thing I do like is that the sorter will move around, so that if you click the wrong place on the belt, it is not a problem, thankfully. That's not the right spot. That is. This is really a tight fit here. Cue all the jokes in the comment section, I suppose. There we go. And probably didn't help that I made that specific sound at the end of that. Cue more jokes in the comment section. That wasn't even on purpose. Oh well. You guys have your fun. Here we are. And then we connect up these. And we have to do a remote demand on these ones because both of them are being produced on, I almost said the moon, but not on the moon, the Forge world. So I tend to use the local and remote storage quite a bit, actually. I found that it is quite useful to ensure that products are actually sent where they're supposed to be. Now, I think the ratio here is 1:1:1. Yep, 2.5 of graviton lenses, 2.5 quantum chips, and 2.5 green science cubes on output. So, yep, they're in storage. Good. Now let's do graviton lenses there and quantum chips there. And we do the same on the other side, and then randomly all our power network probably just turns off. No, we're fine actually. There, 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 and there. And we do the same on the other side. And we have a glorious tower of green cubes being made. Oh, finally. I am so happy that I finally got the green science cubes being made. It's been painful to wait for those. Or I suppose painful is the wrong use of term here. It has been long overdue to make those, I should say. Okay, so 1200 is enough. Let's up that to 2400 then. I'm a bit worried about this in transit thing here. I might have to produce more quantum chips, but I don't have enough plane filters for that, which means I would have to increase the plane filter assembly line, and I don't have enough Casimir crystals for that. But I do have enough. Where are you? Titanium crystal? Where do I produce those? Huh? I was absolutely certain that they were... What? Have I? No, I'm absolutely certain I haven't forgotten to put them into titanium glass. Where the heck did I place the titanium crystals? Seriously? Have I forgotten to put... Oh, wait. That's why. I was scrolled in the... There we are. Okay, I would have to produce more titanium crystal. That is not a problem. So if I start with a titanium crystal, then go to the Casimir crystal, then go to the plane filters, I am producing... No, I would have to add some titanium glass as well. But all of these recipes are fine actually. So, and I definitely have enough hydrogen now. So yeah, I'm going to do that actually. Well, it seems to be fine now. Everything is producing. But the quantum chips are running low. Then again, all the towers weren't filled up. They are now. So maybe it should be fine. No matter. I'm going to need quantum chips for other things as well. We also have green cubes in one of the towers. That's going to fill up. So, Mecha Core, activate. I think I want to take 600-ish of these and put them in here so that all of my labs can start researching. To make this go much quicker. We are having a hash rate of about... Yes, 12k. 12k, how much hash? That is something that I've been wondering. The ratio of... When I'm producing 200 science cubes, what is the optimum number of labs set to matrix research? I haven't found that anywhere. The research speed also affects that, I assume, since I have a research speed of 400%. But knowing how much one cube provides in terms of a hash would be useful. Equivalent to a lab 60 seconds workload. So 3,600 hashes. Could that be what one cube produces? Now the hash rate is going down, but 800 times 5 is 4,000, but it requires 1.44 million. Divided by 4,000 is 3,600. Okay, so one cube does produce 3,600 hashes. But that doesn't really tell me how many labs is the optimal number for 200. Unless, of course, that means that the optimum number is 200. But I doubt that's the case. The hash did go down a bit because this tower started emptying out on the green. Gonna take half again. Put it in here. Maybe put some drones in this tower actually, so that it can start. Oh, it needs power. That might help. That's probably why it's not requesting anything. Okay. So we got the mecha core. I can now get 3.2 gigajoules of energy in the mecha. That's going to be very helpful. Or about 3.2 megajoules. Anything else I want to research right away? This one probably requires white cubes. Yeah, I thought as much. Inventory capacity. That would be very useful, but this one would be even more useful. Drone engine would be more useful. Energy circuit, that would be nice, but that is very expensive. But all of these I can do off camera. Let's go have a look at the technologies that we can do now. Dyson Sphere stress system. Dyson Sphere node latitude limit 15 degrees addition. Okay. I have no idea what that even means. Allow ray receiver to consume graviton lens to increase the max output power, so I can put graviton lenses in the ray receivers. That's not a bad idea. That is basically the only two things I can research here. Okay, well, let's research the planetary ionosphere utilization. That shouldn't take too long, provided my cubes are available. Dirac inversion mechanism. This unlocks photons that can be converted into antimatter. That should be interesting, because I know photon generation is slightly power-hungry process. Controlled annihilation research gives me access to the annihilation constraint spheres and the antimatter fuel rods, which I am highly interested in. And of course the artificial stars. Okay, so when this one is done now, what does our research towers have in terms of cubes? About 1,400, or now 1,500. This one requires 1,500, so that is perfect actually. Let's do the Dirac inversion mechanism as well, so that I can play around with this off camera, because this is not something that I want to play around with on camera, because I'd rather know slightly what I'm talking about when we get around to that. That one is not so necessary. 2,000. Yeah. Having the ability to have double the amount of core is going to really help me in exploring the universe. There is one thing that I want to show you guys. Let me just check my spreadsheet quickly. We just need to get out of the way of the planet. And I need to see, where are we going to go? Because we're going to go to a system with a gas giant. Not Theta Hydri. Jabba is a bit far away. Let's go to Fomalhaut. You have now mastered the mass energy storage technology, and now we can use the photon generation mode. Fomalhaut, where are you? Fomalhaut. There you are. Some of you have already probably figured out that this is a good way to do it, but I still want to show it just in case someone hasn't seen this, because I was kind of puzzled on how to do this, and then I came up with this idea, which works pretty well actually. So we need to land on Fomalhaut 1. Fomalhaut 2 is the gas giant, which is a gas giant, so it's producing 1.05 per second of hydrogen and 0.04 per second of deuterium. And Fomalhaut 1 is where we are mining iron. So let's go to the area where I have the where are they? There they are. Here we go. Okay, so these original 3, these are the ones that supply the iron out to the world. These 6 are the ones I'm using for hydrogen and deuterium, and these are the ones that I use to supply it out to the universe. And that was the problem that I was looking at. How do I solve that? Because if you set this tower when it has a transport range of unlimited or whatever, it will not necessarily prioritize going to the orbital collector. And the orbital collector will only, if this is set, I've noticed that it will only collect from within the system you are in. So if you set up a gas giant alone and you have no planet in that system where you have orbital collection, that planet doesn't seem to be harvested. So basically what I did was that I set up 3 stations, and these stations are set to a maximum range on the vessels of 1 light year, which means that they won't leave the system. And I set these to do remote demand and local supply. And all of these 3 are set to exactly that same configuration, while these 3 are set to local demand and remote supply on an unlimited range. I don't know if I'm going to use unlimited range or if I'm going to limit this to, like, say 20 light years, so that I kind of have a transport grid, because I assume that traveling 60 light years is taking a lot more time than traveling 20. Even if you have 3 stops to get whatever is... No, yeah, it would be 3 stops to get wherever is out at 60 light years away from wherever. I think that that process is quicker than having the vessels travel a total of 120 light years on the retour, I guess. But yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. Local demand, remote supply. Local supply, remote demand. These will collect from the orbital collector only, and I of course have 40 of those on each of my gas and ice giants. That is the max number a giant planet can support of orbital collectors. So this works. it ensures that I get the stuff where it's supposed to be and that it is available for remote collection from my other systems. So that is what I wanted to show you guys as the final thing in this episode. Now that we have green science, we are at the end game, and I'm looking forward to this and adding a Dyson Sphere layer and so forth. This is going to be interesting. I have no idea how this is going to work. What I do know is that this thing takes a lot of time to build, so we'll see how this goes. 49,400. There is one thing that I wanted to test, and that is not going to happen in this episode, but I'm going to test that offline. And I'll let you know the results of my test in the next episode of that. So, if you have any questions or comments, as per usual, I am more than happy to have those in the comment section of the video. Questions I will try to answer to the best of my ability. Comments I will happily interact with. And of course, you're always welcome to join us in our Discord server. You will find the link to that in the description or in the upper right of my channel banner. With that, thank you so much for joining me, and I will be seeing you all in the next episode.